ever had an allergic reaction before? Well, I have, and it is not a very pleasant experience. When I was 12, I had a terrible case of flu, and so my dad gave me Pepto-Bismol to try and make me feel better. Within 5 minutes, I developed a horrible rash all over my body, from my head to the soles of my feet. My dad, being alone with me, didn't know what to do, and decided to just wait it out for my mom and my siblings to come back home for a Bible study. Over the next 3 minutes, my eyes were swollen shut, my lips were swollen to 3 times their size where I couldn't talk, and my throat was closing rapidly. It seems insane that something so small, like getting fed the wrong food or given the wrong medication, can cause so much harm. Once I got into the hospital, all I needed was a small handheld device containing a hormone called epinephrine to save my life. Today, I want to talk about something undoubtedly better than ever, epinephrine. This medicine doesn't just change lives, it saves them, and it saved mine. So I'm going to explain the history of epinephrine, what it is and how it works, and how it has transformed emergency care. Before understanding the effects of epinephrine, it's important to understand its discovery and how we obtained it. Greer Arthur, a British scientist with a background in molecular biology and immunology, sums up epinephrine discovery as such. Allergic respiratory issues were discovered to be an issue all the way back in the time of ancient Egypt, but nothing towards relieving these issues was done until the late 19th century. In 1894, at the University College of London, George Oliver, a physician, and Edward Schaefer, a psychologist, experimented with the extract of adrenal glands, which sit right above the kidneys, on the heart rate and blood pressure of animals. They found that this extract increases heart rate and blood pressure by stimulating arterial contraction. With this information piquing the scientific community's interest, the next goal was to purify the extract's active ingredient, epinephrine. In 1901, its pure crystallized form was discovered by Japanese biochemist Takami and was quickly patented by Parker Davis and Company and named adrenaline. With adrenaline and the well-documented effect on arterial contraction, the question of application was next. Epinephrine's ability to open airways and relax the body led it to be used for medically acute respiratory distresses, like asthma and allergic reactions. Initially, the pure natural version was administered via extracts. Then later, a synthetic version, biochemically engineered to be better than ever, was created to target emergencies via hypodermic needles and aerosols. As it became more standardized in the medical field, eventually handheld devices that could administer a synthetic version, like the EpiPen that saved my life, were created. Now that we know the background on how epinephrine came to be, what is it and how does it work? Dr. Skyer, an MD and professor of pediatrics at the Jack Food Allergy Institute, explains that epinephrine is a hormone produced by the adrenal glands that plays a major part in the body's fight or flight response. The pure hormone is made up of the formula C9H13 and O3, which, to help you understand, I built a molecule of the pure compound. The synthetic version contains an extra oxygen and is called adrenaline. When epinephrine is released into the body, it rapidly prepares it for action. It improves breathing by relaxing the muscles, causes blood vessels to constrict in some places and dilate in others, and it increases heart rate. This raises blood pressure, provides more energy to the vital organs and muscles, reduces swelling, and boosts oxygen delivery. Epinephrine can achieve this by binding the receptors in the heart, lungs, and blood vessels. Once binded, the hormone tells specific parts to relax or constrict depending on the location, which gives the effects that we see. With the knowledge of what epinephrine is and its incredible effect on the human body, how have we utilized it and transformed emergency care? Doctors like Dr. Brown, an emergency medicine attending physician at the Seattle Children's Hospital, believe epinephrine has completely revolutionized emergency care. This is because of its ability to provide a very fast and reliable way of reversing the life-threatening conditions that shut your airway within minutes. This ability to administer one hormone quickly through an EpiPen has saved millions of lives. With the creation of the EpiPen, now normal people can administer the medicine, not just emergency workers. And now, if the person has not been shot with epinephrine, it is the first thing emergency care will do. This is a game changer, because instead of treating the allergic reaction on top of the symptoms, the doctors, nurses, or EMTs can immediately shoot them with epinephrine and then control the symptoms to save the person's life. epinephrine has made such a difference in emergency care and the safety of people, and is so successful at opening airways that it is located in every possible medical location, even in administered first aid kits. In conclusion, epinephrine, from its discovery to its application, has saved millions of lives, including mine. Without epinephrine, I and many others would have to live in a constant dread of a small accident, like eating the wrong food or getting stung by something, costing us our lives. But thanks to all the scientists, doctors, and engineers that have worked on epinephrine and made it truly better than ever, I can safely eat what I want, walk where I want, and do what I want under the protection of this life-changing hormone.